Hello everyone, and welcome to the Little Blue Fly. A few days late, but I am here. Been trapped at the airport, my daughter, for a good 3 days. We finally got her home. We couldn't be happier. And we had to go out of town for some more doctor's appointments. We're finishing everything up. But here we are. We made it. First day of fall has arrived and went, and now we are looking forward to the cooler days starting. Still a little bit warm, but let us all just hang in there just a little while longer because the cooler weather is coming our way. So I thought to share some beautiful fall colors with you all today in hopes that it might bring you some inspiration. So that being said, let's begin, shall we? Okay, so we're going to work on this big blue door that I have. I really wish it was black. They painted over it. It once was black, but it's blue. We're going to deal with it, and I will be adding this very large basket that was purchased from Ballard Designs, and it is still being offered. I will make sure to share a product link with you. But the basket just really gives it that cottagey feel. So I'm liking this so far. And then I'm going to add a wreath inside. Now, I just didn't want to go a simple wreath on this door. I really wanted to work with a basket this year. So we're going to do a wreath and a basket. So I just tucked it in at top. The wreath was purchased from Target. And some of the berries, foam berries that are in wreaths or picks, they like to break open. I have shared this in the past. It is my wood finishing pin, and we'll go into it a little bit later in the video and how I cover up those little nasty little broken foam berries that like to show up in our decorating. Okay, so I will be adding items all around and down at the bottom of this wreath. First, we will start with these fun little wispy stems that were purchased from Hobby Lobby. And I will place them off to the left-hand side. And then when I put it in, what I like to always do is just work it through the other, the greenery. So in this case, the leaves of the wreath, I will just weave it through because, nature has a way of just intertwining. And we don't just want to plop a bunch of stems down, like this anyways, in just one area. We want to weave it on through, and then little pieces come out here and there. It's just friendly and very whimsical for certain. Okay, so I added some down at the bottom of the wreath. I went along the outside of the wreath, and we'll work more on the inside and going off to the side a little bit. But the majority of the wispy stems will stay to the bottom and on the left. And then I have these this fabulous yellow berry stems here that I will be adding off to the right. But I want to share with you how to cover up your broken foam berries with this furniture pin. And I did state earlier that I don't like to just put clusters of flowers in one area or leaves or stems. Well, sometimes you can break that rule, and I will be sharing that with these berries shortly. But for the most part, I do like to just mix everything through all of the greenery. And again, for those of you that are new or returning, I invite you to subscribe to the Little Blue Fly. If you enjoyed this video, please think about giving it a thumbs up, because it really does help my video move along. And really quick, I want to touch base. I'm back on Instagram. My Instagram account was hacked in January, and we finally got it back. I do have it listed in my description box. I am on Instagram and Facebook at the Little Blue Fly. So I will start posting quite a bit on Instagram as well, so you might want to follow over there. So all of the yellow berries are touched up, giving you a closer look here. I like to go in and out when decorating, putting together a floral arrangement. Excuse me. So as you can see, I have all the wispiness happening at the bottom and on the side. And because it's so wispy, that's why I wanted to work it through the greenery. The berries, well, berries are berries. So we are just going to place them all about, some on the inside, the outside, going down the front on just one side of this arrangement. But as you can see, I'm pulling through some of the wispies through the berries. I think I don't know, if I didn't get these berries at Hobby Lobby, I picked them up at Michael's. So I tend to keep my greenery and my stems for a very long time because they are so costly. So I have 3 of them up right now. I will be adding in more berries, but first I thought to share this delicious orange ribbon that I decided to go with here on the basket. So I've just have 2 little dovetail ends up at the top and just one simple bow with 2 long tails. And I'm just going to place it on the right side of the basket. And here we have, so it will change. The ribbon is just up here for right now because I'm working in with all of the greenery. Now to add in another variety of berries and then some different color, with these smaller leaves. It will help the wreath to look even fuller, give it definitely more dimension because there's a different shape and color. So I placed a little one down, as you can see, down at the bottom. And then let me try to work this in the best I can. These stems are definitely heavier, so they tend to get floppy, which is good and bad. You want it to flop where it is to flop. And you need it to stand where you need it to stand. And that's what's so great about this wreath is I can really, move it in through the greenery to achieve the look I am looking for. It has the wonderful yellow that I love during the fall season. Then we have the browns and then the green from this wreath and the pop of this beautiful velvet ribbon that I purchased a couple years back when living in Virginia. So pulling back a little bit, you can see over here to the left is quite full with berries. We have the yellow coming down up front. I'm sort of okay. I am going to go ahead and put in this sweet little pumpkin. and then add some more up at top and to the side. We will be returning back to the basket on the door during the closer look. Now to decorate our stoop. Some might call it just stairs or a staircase. I, however, will be calling this a stoop. And I will be decorating it today with quite a bit of lovely color. I hope you all are ready. I love having this front porch. This is something that is new, and I am very much so enjoying decorating this porch and stoop during the holidays. So my bunnies, they have been moved down. They're normally up one more level, but I went ahead and pulled them down. Couple very old weathered baskets. Well, they became old and weathered. They were from Hobby Lobby, but there's nothing like an old weathered basket. Up at top, I added 2 lanterns that were purchased from Lowe's last Christmas, so they'll probably have them again this year. But right now, I'll make sure to link a product that is similar to these. But these more than likely will come back during the Christmas season. So they also come with some pine and, just all the Christmas look and feel. I just kept that off the lanterns since we're in fall. I went ahead and placed some mums underneath. These are, they're orange. So I have a lantern, I have some orange mums, I moved my bunny down, I have a fabulous I have some aged baskets here by letting the weather hit them. I have no problem with that at all. Down below, that was a fall leaf. See, the leaves are falling. I love this season. Okay, we have some wine-colored mums down below. Now, these definitely could be put in terracotta pots or any other pot for that matter. But I want to keep as is and not go out there and do so much spend. Okay, I have a smaller lantern. So it comes in a set at Lowe's. So you'll get the larger one up at top and the smaller one down here at the bottom. And again, I'm almost positive they'll be back, this Christmas season. But in the meantime, I will link something similar to these. There's nothing like having lanterns on a stoop. And I went ahead and added in some pumpkins. I didn't go the Cinderella pumpkins. I just wanted, like the old school Charlie Brown pumpkins. Soon the mums are going to be opening up. So down here at the bottom, I have just this black wire basket with some more mums. I moved my lanterns that were on the inside to the outside since I placed these others on the stoop. And I added in smaller pumpkins inside my ivy, candles, and pumpkins inside the lanterns. Now that I'm back on Instagram, I will be sharing an evening tour there as well, possibly here on YouTube. But make sure to follow here at the Little Blue Fly and also on Instagram. Because an evening tour needs to happen for sure. Okay, I decided to keep I have a table, 2 chairs here from Lowe's, and I decided to remove the rug because it just gets so humid here. And I was like, we could get some mildew, and I just really don't want that. I have my botanical candle in this holder that was purchased from Home Goods. Still a citronella out because the mosquitoes are still here a little bit. I have my ivy here in the back. This one here to the left, this one I will pull it out here in a moment, but it did so well this summer being out here on the front porch, and it will move in for the winter decorating and possibly even fall. I have a couple of them out here. These 2 large mums were purchased from Costco, and they will stay up here. And when they bloom with wonder, this is going to be a pretty magical area this fall. I kept my hostas in the center. And I will be adding a couple pillows and a throw. And then I have 3 smaller mums going down the other side of the rail. These pillows were purchased quite a few years back from Home Goods. They just have the perfect fall botanical look that I just love to work with. Oh, I need to repair that. We have a little seam opening up back there. Beautiful colors for the fall season. You know, if you're ever looking for that inexpensive pillow to decorate with, you can find them all the time at Home Goods. And you even get the fill. So, the pillow and the filling. Many of these places, gosh, they just want $60 or more just for the pillow cover itself. So Home Goods is really a wonderful place to shop at. It's just so budget friendly. But with the pillows and the throw blanket, I'm just so ready. I will be out here in the mornings and in the evenings. Well, I already have been. Now over here to the side. Now during the closer look, the water feature sound will be turned on. So, and it's such a wonderful touch here. But this area, it just gives a completely different feel because of the chair. So I have a 3-stack pumpkin. This was purchased from Home Goods some time back. I have my ivies, hydrangeas up at top. I made this trellis table this past spring for those of you that might be interested in taking a look and how I put that together. Our Japanese maple is over to the left, did very well this summer. I'm looking forward to grabbing the leaves out of the yard and putting it on top of the soil. Our fern is still doing well. We have our hedges that need to be trimmed, but we're just waiting because we want to do one last trim before the winter comes. We don't want to cut them too early and then have to do it again. And now this chair, it's just perfect. I know I pronounced it really bad last time. I don't know if I can get it right this time. My friend in California told me, just remember Attagirl and say Adirondack. Did I say right? Adirondack? Attagirl? Adirondack? I don't know. If I did it wrong again, just take me out to the field and shoot me. Whatever. Okay, I have this orange throw that was purchased from Home Goods. Will look great on top of the black. And I'm adding in another pillow that I purchased from Home Goods. This one has a foam fill, not a feather. We have chenille on the back, but this is the perfect reading chair with the fountain and all of the greenery. I love this space right here. I couldn't be more, I feel so thankful and blessed to be able to have a porch like this. As you can see in the back, I did place down my blue rug from Ruggables and a couple of the green princess pumpkins. My coleus is still the green coleus and the tall black planters. Those are still doing great, so I thought, let's go ahead and keep them. And I just hope that these pillows and throws and mums and lanterns and pumpkins gave you all some inspiration for if you have not started decorating yet, because things are just so different out in the world, to do so, to get something that makes your heart happy and brings some brightness to your days, because we all so need it. I hope to see you all over on Instagram, and make sure to subscribe. Until the next video.